I think rest, and of course we need to work hard because they are going to get practice in stage, and we need to be ready so we don't get cut off work.
And before starting this video, we have to quickly thank our sponsors in Oli for helping us provide you with all this content. And as always, please, if you are looking for some energy drinks and some tasty beverages, make sure to check out the Oli website for some really nice products and use the code SE5 at checkout for €5 discount or SE10 for 10% discount on any purchase that you do on the website. And once again, thank you so much to Oli for sponsoring this content. And now, please enjoy the interview. All right, today is Sunday and it's the start of the LEC Spring Playoffs, and we are in the presence of Melzhet, the head coach of Movistar KOI, after defeating Karmine Corp 3-2. And I mean, Melzhet, it must be a great way for you to return as well to the team. I know you've been away for some time now a bit, and obviously it must feel good because KC are the team that got first place. They picked you for playoffs, right? They thought that you were the weakest opponent, but you're here now, advancing to the semifinals. So how does it feel?
It's great. I had kinda a desire for get into Karmine Corp and winning finally into them because I think in the regular season we trolled and they took away and looks like we were not able to beat them ever. And I was a bit jealous of them when they did so well in the first stand. So I mean, congrats to them, but I was so jealous. I wanted to be there. So now keep working to surpass them and get that spot.
Yeah, I mean, they were getting a bit cocky as well. I mean, obviously, I think the last win that
Yeah.
your team got against them was like in winter 2024, and it was in best of ones, right?
Yes.
I know it's also the very first best of fives that you played against them since back then when Movistar Riders was playing EMA Masters, right? So, I mean, did you put like extra preps going into it? Did the best of five go as you thought it would go as well? Like, did you feel that you predicted pretty much like how they were gonna play it?
Yes, I mean, I think they were a bit cocky during the season, which is also normal because they were doing pretty great. So I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I think they still have a lot of things to work on. And maybe because the teams were not defeating them, they were not working that hard. I'm sure that they are going to come back stronger. So I think it was pretty much as I predicted. Anyway, I think the fourth draft was a big troll for us, but one per four is good ratio. So it was predictable, but I'm sure that they are going to come back stronger.
Yeah, and I mean, how do you feel about the current level of Movistar KOI? Because obviously, I mean, we know like there's been a bit of like trouble, I guess, in the team. I mean, obviously, like everyone was not here for some time, right? You had to be absent as well for some time, and I mean, we even heard about like kind of the drama in KOI for some weeks ago. So I can imagine the atmosphere maybe towards the start of the split in particular was maybe not great. Do you feel like now you guys are like in your comfort zone and from here it's like only up as well? Because I know like last year as well you had like some very up and down performances. Some splits were really great and some others were a bit more shaky as well. Do you feel like this Movistar KOI lineup now is like here to be like stable and be able to keep grinding and just get better linearly this time around?
I mean, the progression is never linear, so probably we are going to fuck up again, guys. Expect that. But for sure we are going up, and I think we are showing it. Even though I was away, I was working with them from home.
Yeah.
I mean, while I was doing also parenthood, but it's different, Like when I am here, I can do so much more. I can look at them, read the environment way better. So I was missing that back, and we have a terrible week. Like if you probably knew about our scrim score, you wouldn't believe what happened today. But I knew that we were this close to pull out, and I told the guys the whole week like we just need to keep working, and maybe it's the click. It happens the match day, and it happened in a way. So I'm really happy, and also I want to say a few words. I mean, everybody played well, but I think Supa played super well this series. And if he didn't get the MVP, he's getting a scam.
Fair enough. And I mean, are you able to tell us a bit more about the scrims? Like, I guess before that KC match, like, what was the record, or is it a bit too sensitive?
I mean, I can't tell the records. I guess that doesn't matter. Like, we have like 20% win rate. Scrims. It was crazy. Crazy was like we are losing everything. We were doing a lot of good things, but so many troll moments, and losing games and losing games and losing games. But also, I think that makes you work in some parts that is related to the mental and to the game and the ability to keep playing the game when the things are not going well. And I think also that showed up today because we were in tense moments, even though when we went back and forth, at the end of the day, we were the team who took the better decisions. So,
yeah,
you know, like the screen sometimes doesn't matter, sometimes matters. I mean, of course, but you know.
Yeah, obviously. And I mean, with this win as well, obviously it's very big for Movistar KOI because it means that you are guaranteed a top 3 finish now. So you're not quite qualified for MSI yet, but you are putting yourself in quite a good spot. I mean, you have, first of all, your match against G2 tomorrow. I mean, we'll see how that goes, first of all. And worst case scenario, you get to play the lower bracket semifinals, right?
Yep.
How do you feel about this? Are you confident that this team is going to make it to MSI at this point? How do you envision the rest of the playoffs moving forward?
I mean, I need to know. Like, I'm the head coach. If I don't see it,
Yeah.
no, it's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think it's going to be hard. It's not going to be an easy cake. So we need to keep working, keep improving, and I hope this win now help us to keep racing up. Tomorrow we have G2. They are great, so we need to keep working. I hope that they did preparation for Casey and not for us.
Yeah.
So they are a bit back on that regard, but I don't know. I think tomorrow is going to be a banger, and I hope that we put everything again in the Rifts and we can win and get the ticket for MSI.
Yeah, and I mean, before this weekend, a lot of people were rating KC and Fnatic as the best 2 teams, and now both of them are in the lower bracket, right? And we're seeing G2 and KOI in the upper brackets. What do you think is even the reason for all that? I mean, do you think anything special happened that led to those teams getting upset?
No, I think, in my opinion on this, and this is my own opinion, I think the top 4 is pretty close and everything can happen.
Yeah.
But I see why people were rating K-Corp and Fnatic over G2 and us, but again, this is playoffs. Doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter if you're the GOAT of regular season. It happened to Fnatic also in the winter split. They did like, I think an 8-1 or something like that. Or something like that, and they did a 3rd place, you know, like, so I think you can never be sure about who is the best team right now, and I think that's good for the league, no? Because we have now 4 teams that can compete for the first spot, and that will push everyone up, and I hope then we do it better international.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, today we saw you get pushed to 5 games. We saw a lot of picks on the Rift today, but something that's been very interesting to me, which we didn't really see so far, was recently the changes to AP items in particular. And I know I heard some people that were wondering if those changes could maybe even bring back like some majors and like AP champions to bot lane as well in general. Do you think there's more stuff that we didn't see yet? Because for example, like today we saw, I mean, like some different picks, right? So is there more spices that could be coming for bot lane even?
For sure, probably we are missing something crazy shit that is going to appear in a week or 2, and then we're going to see, how we didn't see it. Probably yes, and I think now also it's important who keeps evolving in these playoffs and who can get more and more picks, because in Fearless Draft is quite important, and if you go to the 5th game without champions or ideas, then you are fucked.
Yeah. And something other that I was a bit curious about was, I mean, it's a bit late now because the season has been there for like a full split almost now. But since the changes to Grubs, I think we've seen a lot of teams react differently to how Grubs should be played. And today, this is something we saw even in this best of 5 as well, where like in game 1, for example, you rotated to Grubs at 8 minutes for the spawn. And in game 2, you rotated over around 5 minutes instead. And it's something we see different teams do different stuff as well in general. Do you have any thoughts about like how Grubs should be played, I guess, without revealing too much, and what is the reason why sometimes like teams move on 5 minutes or 8 minutes, for example?
I think they are better now. They are a better objective, also because you don't need to re-go again to get the buff. So you're not losing like so many breaks. But I still think in Europe, no one is using the void grass well. So even if you lose it, as long as you match it and you're not losing one tower like into the bot top, you are fine.
Yeah.
So it's more a matter of not losing the map too early. At least in Europe. I will see it like different, but of course I'm not going to speak too much about all of that.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, I think that's been about 10 minutes of interview. So would you like to close off with some words to the Coicitos, obviously?
Yeah, thanks for the support, and I knew that it was hard, what happened like a few weeks ago, but I'm glad that now everybody's in the same page. And also, I want to keep you, that you keep supporting this team, because I think even though maybe we are having some weird moments, we are always working on trying to be the best version of ourselves. So at some moment, I'm sure that we are going to show up and win.
All right, perfect. Well, Melzhet, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. Congratulations again for the win. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you again very soon. And yeah, for now, good luck. Have some good rest. You have 2 weeks break as well. I mean, I guess last question actually regarding this. What are you going to do in the next 2 weeks now that you have like such a long break after tomorrow's match?
I think rest. Of course, we need to work hard because they are going to get practicing stage, and we need to be ready so we don't get cut off work.
Perfect. All right. Now that's it for real. So again, thank you. And for now, have a good night and see you soon.
Have a good night. See you.